I'm ready to check it. Okay, so we're live. I'm just gonna check my phone real quick. What's up? What's up? What's up? We are here on Hits and Heels. I am Terry Bryant. I got my husband co-hosting with me today, Coach Cisco Bryant, and I got some royalty for y'all today. I got Mr. Cornell Burbage. I got Mr. Stephen Kaufman. I got Mr. RJ Johnson. All of their sons are D1 players. They're all great friends of ours. They're all playing football. Matter of fact, let me tell y'all something. So this past Saturday, Kentucky played Ball State, which Mr. RJ Johnson's son played on. But this weekend, we're playing EKU at Kentucky, and Cornell Burbage's son Jalen will be playing, and Steve Kaufman's son will also be playing. And we are looking forward to that. So I'm going to make sure that we are live and popping as soon and making sure everybody can see us. There we are. There we are. So I'm getting ready to share us. If you guys can share onto y'all's Facebook page and let everybody know that y'all at work, so y'all might not want to do that. But I just shared it on my Facebook page if you guys want to go there. And I'm sharing it to the Lexington group, and we are live. Where you want to start, Coach Bryant?
Well, I want to start by just saying, guys, thank you for taking time out. I mean that. That's good stuff. And I want to go Coach Johnson first. I want to go Coach Johnson first, and he's on his way to Georgia, right? If I'm correct, because don't they play Georgia?
That's correct, Coach.
And two SEC schools back to back, but you get to see your baby. So how you feel? How did you feel last week? A question and
last week, Coach. First of all, good evening, everybody. Last week was amazing. It was a great experience. As a parent, I sat there in the hot, scorching sun,
It was
beaming
hot.
on my head. I was sweating. I was soaking wet, honestly. Hydrated at one point, had to rehydrate, but I was not going to miss that game for anything in the world. So it was a true awesome experience. It was great to see him, 5 of his former high school teammates out there competing against one another. And then the culminating event was them showing love following the game. So to me, that was a great feeling, Coach.
Wow. Go ahead.
I changed the Lexington Sports Family Group. I didn't have a cover page, and that's my new cover page on it. Was that picture? And I hope that they get one this weekend that also includes them. But I hope they also add Jalen on there as 8 Lexington players.
Sit, wait. That's you,
and
bro.
have that on there.
So how do you feel that you going back watching your son play on a field that you played on at the University of Kentucky, and at that time it was Commonwealth Stadium, now it's Kroger Stadium, and to be able to, you truly get to watch your son do this?
Well, it was, and I don't want to sound cocky, it was expected. It was expected for him to play there.
Amen.
And, it's a good feeling, but the bad thing about it, he may not play.
Oh no!
He may not play. He actually hurt his it was his collarbone that he hurt Saturday. But he's feeling a whole lot better. So I don't know how much time he's gonna play. He actually started Saturday.
Okay.
He got hurt in the third quarter. But I tell you what, B, he caught a hitch. He went 21 on the hitch. I thought it was out. I thought it was out. I'm telling you. I thought it was out. He and dude grabbed him and like pulled his arm down, and then the other dude was on his back, and he hit straight collarbone. So I don't know how much he's gonna actually play. But you know how much I want him to play. So, but
I know that.
I mean, he's a grown man now, man. He's 22. He understands about his body now. You know what I'm saying? So, like I told him, don't do nothing if you're not healthy, don't do it. just
Right.
because you got a whole lot of season going. And
Right.
this ain't his first rodeo. This is 5th year. And am I excited? Yes, because I get to go back wearing my EKU. I'm going in the Cayman house, and I'm going to honk at all the boys. And
Fellas.
they already said, man, don't be having, you better have on some blue something. I said, I'm coming up in there with EKU on.
Okay.
Right.
And
Well,
what I want is a field pass. I want a field pass, B. I know you can get a field pass. We need to get a field pass, B.
All right.
I ain't had
So,
no field
I'm
pass.
gonna see what I can do. But let
we
me
need to
say
get a
this.
field pass because we need a picture out there on the field
Yeah.
With
with our
both of y'all
real
boys.
quick.
No, we don't need a
And
field pass for that. I can get us through that. Hey,
I
but
just
let me
need to
go
do
back.
that.
Let me go back to Johnson real quick. Johnson, first of all, you never introduced who your son was when he was talking about. So please say who. I mean, his name, first and last name. Bird will go back to you. Then Kaufman will coming to you. Okay, because that's the main objective is our kid. So please go ahead.
Yes, sir. My son is Caden Johnson, Scholar Caden Johnson, 2022 graduate of Carter G. Woodson Academy.
Okay, yeah, because we forgot about that. Because we want people to know who the babies are that we're talking about. And because we mentioned that Jay Bird, you know, who I never forget the time I'm coaching at Bryant Station and he's playing quarterback. And it's a true statement, which you two, Johnson and Burbage I coach with, no, I don't really pay attention to offense at all. But I never forget Jalen walking up to me and say, Coach, you gonna pay attention to me. I'm gonna make you watch me.
But the funniest moment, B, was when we played Lafayette and Jay did something and you walked past me and just sort of winked at me a little bit.
Yes.
I said, B, he's almost there, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just a sophomore. He was a
because
sophomore.
Everybody knows I don't show very much emotion about offense. I love it. You got to have offense. You know, I mean, at least try to score, do something. But with that said, so we're looking forward to that. So if you want to introduce the next
but Coach B,
father.
Also keep in mind before Steve jump in there, you don't do a whole lot on defense either. You do all signals and you might bark one or two little commands, but when you throw them signals up, 1s and 2s or whatever, your DBs know what's going on. So don't discredit that part either.
Hey, Johnson, that's inside information, man.
I got you, Coach.
Hey, we were going over that today. So go ahead and introduce Steve.
First of all, I want to recognize Coach Derek Lorenzo White saying what's up to Coach Bird, and Littleton Ward is also on, and he's saying what's up to everybody. So thank y'all for being on, and thanks for watching. So let me tell y'all. So Steve Kaufman, it's tough for you, okay? Because number one, everybody need to go to your store because you're a store owner. You own Soul Roses in the mall.
Yes.
Do you have a website?
Thank you. Yes. soulandroses.com. I'm going to plug it in the comments.
Okay, good stuff. Plug it in.
No, it's fantastic. It's a beautiful thing, and it means
I should have worn my God knows shirt.
Yes.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
I should have wore my God knows. But yeah, because I love it because it's in my cowboy. Hey, Burp, I got a God knows shirt. It's in our Cowboys.
We're not having a cowboy conversation. Go ahead.
And they going down Sunday at 8 o'clock to the New York Giants. We're going to put foots in y'all. It's well overdue. Cowboys going down.
Yeah, I like that part. Same with that.
Yeah. But Stephen Kaufman, my son is Jay Sean Kaufman from D. Frederick Douglass High School, class of 2019. Now he's at Eastern Kentucky University.
That's good stuff. But you also have an upcoming superstar that's a 3-star athlete. That's at Sayre.
Oh, yeah, that dude, he's something else. His name is Brock Kaufman.
He's something else.
He's special. He's special.
We
got something in the pot.
Oh, I bet.
Okay. Well, it always helped. Not over talking the moment, but it always helps. It's no different than Jalen. He watched his brother. He gets to come behind Cornell Jr. and also even Johnson. Smoke. He got his brother is in front of him, And a lot of times the second kid or the third kid figures it out because, number one, they don't want to get yelled at by their dads. So they figured out how to fix it before they get to that age. Am I right?
Yeah, you got a point. You got a point. But they don't like get yelled at by me, especially. I mean, when he was 10, B, when you were there to beat me up, he was
No,
9.
I didn't beat you up. I just asked you to stop yelling at him when he got hit.
My oldest son, B, was ready to beat me up, man. He over that line. I'm telling you. My son got hit, and he got hit pretty hard. And I was like, I grabbed him. I said, "You better get your blankety up." And B grabbed me. He was like, well, he looked at me. He was like, man, what? I said, dude, he can't lay on his field because if he lay on the field, he gonna be marked for his whole life.
He'd have a choice.
So he had to get up. So he got up, and But then as Jalen got older, I sort of chilled out a little bit. Now with Jeremiah, I don't really chilled out.
Okay.
Jeremiah's totally different, and I actually coach different. So it's like I don't even coach the same way. So I don't learn over my years because I believe, my daggone college teammates raised my oldest son. He was in the locker room with us. He was on the field with us. He was doing everything. So, but I was young. I was 21. Then I had these other two. I'm older now, so I don't learn a little bit more now. So it's a little bit different.
So, Kaufman, what was you about to say?
Yeah, I think as we keep having the children, we get a little bit more patience, like Coach Bird said. So I'd be like Brock. I'll look at the huddle Friday night after the game, and I send them little shots like, "Hey, okay, what'd you do on this play?" Versus like, "Hey, man, come on now, get out your breaks. Come on, you missed that tackle." I'd be like, I asked him, "What'd you do?" Because he know what he did wrong. So we got the patience a little bit more.
Well, since I'm older than all three of y'all, that's right. Like when I deal with Ty, the thing I love is he appreciates my comments at him even right now at 19. And y'all know that's a rarity because usually they get to that certain age. And Berg used that before. He's a grown man. And in my mind, I said it's to Ty, he's a grown man based on age. We're grown. We're a grown man because we're paying bills and we're raising a family and a household. And I said that to Ty about a week ago. I said, Ty, I get it. You're 19, just turned 19, but you're not my age. So I got a little wisdom on you, and I just want you to hear me. And he said, yes, sir, Pops. And he's still hearing me because I'm still raising him, because he's got a long ways to go before he gets to our age. And my objective as a dad, and probably y'all three's objective as well, is make sure that our child does not make the mistakes we've made in our lives. And that's what I mean by being a grown ace man, because we're at that stage. Johnson, what do you think?
I think you're right on, Coach. You never stop teaching. We all never stop learning. I think the most important piece is having that relationship with your child to where he feels comfortable discussing, disclosing any and everything with you. And so even, just to kind of piggyback on what you shared, Coach, when Caden was growing up, something I had to tell myself was I knew my kid. I knew he wasn't the type where I can get in his rear end and yell and do what I do. So with him playing offense growing up, he wasn't even a defensive player until after his freshman year, really. He
came over to the real side.
Yeah. That's my love, defense. But growing up, when he was younger, he always wanted to run the ball, and he ran the ball well. And Landis ended up coming to me at the end of the season, telling me he's going to switch him. So I learned not to be the dad that, during football season, I'm yelling and screaming at him, and it's a tough ride home. I just knew to take a back seat, trust my other coaches who were coaching them up. And I took mental notes, and on weekends we had fun doing drill work and things like that. And as he got a little bit older, we kind of committed to the film. and we start learning how to watch film and going through that with them. But every kid's different, and that was just something that worked for us, and it allowed us to continuously have that open conversation and dialogue, knowing that I was dad, number one. I was in the stands, number two, taking those mental notes, and then we just worked on things and got better that way, as opposed to, hey, listen, you need to do X, Y, Z. I always believed in what the coaches were coaching them and how they were coaching them, and I tried to even use some of that same lingo. So that was just things that worked for us and worked for him.
That's good stuff. So I got to do another plug real quick. So, Bird, we've been minimizing you. We got the Hall of Fame coming in 2 weeks, and you one of our inductees into the Lexington African American Sports Hall of Fame.
Recount.
Well, the thing is,
I'm happy.
You gonna miss it, ain't you?
You know I'm happy.
He got a game.
Because Jalen plays, Eastern plays at 6 o'clock that night, and I don't miss. I went to every Lehigh game.
Hey, Bert. Wear your tuxedo. Wear your tuxedo. Wear your 3-piece. Wear your 2-piece with your tie to the game. All right, get you a sweat towel. All right, you feel me?
You know how I sweat be. I can't wear. Hey, I'm in game mode. You know me. Saturday, I probably lost 15 pounds.
Oh, it was hot Saturday.
I got mad because Jeremiah had to use the restroom, but I had to go see Jalen warm up because I got to see where his mind is. Mm-hmm. So it's like when I seen that he was all right, I said this boy's ready. I have to see it because my daggone wife knows it too. I have to be at the stadium when they go on the field. That's just me.
I tell you what, you could either do a video or you go talk to Jennifer and them and see if you could do like what's his name coming back and do it next year.
Oh, like what's your homeboy?
What's your homeboy from
Cincinnati? Yeah,
Shelby Mack. Yeah.
I mean,
and then see if we can just move you so that you can act. So because we want you on the stage, we want you getting your jacket. But we want you on there.
Jalen's getting 2 years down at Eastern. You know that,
right?
Well,
then we just gonna have to prolong it 2 years then.
Okay.
Here's the thing is, and guys, if people don't know this, Cornell and I was actually roommates on the road at University of Kentucky and played football together there. And theoretically, I worked for him with Park and Rec. He was my boss. And the love and respect I have for Bird is people don't realize it. We coached together with 2 places, Dunbar High School and Bryan Station High School, his high school. And, and I was so happy when you got nominated and other people saw what I already knew. And I just want to say that to you. I'm so happy for you. Now I can do like the Oscars. I can go up and accept it on your behalf.
Do that. Well, Big, you've been knowing me since I was 18.
Yes.
18 years old. So that is 40 years.
40 years.
40 years. And not just knowing you, but being around you all the time.
40 years. So we got a rich history, man. We got a rich history.
Like Coleman, I remember him when he was a baby. Kaufman, excuse me. I'm reading something. Kaufman, when he was a baby, now he grew up, he's a grown man with kids and successful. And Coach Johnson and I coached together at many places and been around each other a long time. So guys, y'all don't understand. This is very special for me to have y'all on for this. Okay. I'm gonna change it a little bit and need your comment on it and take time out. What do you think about Colorado and prime time? What did it make you feel a certain way? No big deal? Or was you like me happy he won and not trying to emphasize what you're about to say, or influence what you're about to say? I was happy. I've always been a primetime guy. And the greatest thing ever happened to him and that he played for the 49ers for 1 year. That's the greatest thing. That's why y'all know him.
But he was also a Cowboy, wasn't he?
Yeah, a whole Cowboy. And when he went to Dallas, he He stayed in Texas. So you know where his home is.
It made his
It
home
ain't
in
Florida. It's Texas.
It's Atlanta. That's where he went in the Hall of Fame while y'all two doing it. So Coleman, start us off.
What you want to go with one of them? Because it look like Bird ready to go out because he put the knee pad.
No, that's why I'm cutting him off because he's gonna talk about the Cowboys.
No, I got to get ready to go in a minute, man.
All right, go ahead.
I think that Dion, honestly, he's doing something that a lot of us could do if we got the opportunity. And I'm like what Dion says. Don't mistake his confidence. Don't think his cockiness. He's confident. And you know, when we went into college, man, I was the same way. I wasn't cocky. I knew what I could do. Dion's the same way. So I get tired of these people talking about him and saying bad stuff about him. The man know what he's doing. The man got one of the best coaching staffs in America. The kids love him because he's up to date with the kids. You ain't never seen a coach with a gold chain, a gold whistle. And I mean, the kids just love him. And if they love you, they play for you.
Right. But his saying is, don't take my confidence for your insecurity.
Exactly. He just know what he's doing, man. And he's going to make a lot of people mad. He's going to make a lot of people uncomfortable because he's only speaking the daggone truth, man.
Yeah.
And this man, bruh, I look at his son, his little, the stuff he have on Instagram and all that. I look at all that stuff. And I listen to everything he's saying. This dude know what he's doing. And he's a great coach. He's a great player. He's a great dad. He's everything rolled into one, man. But he found God in Cincinnati. You know that, right?
Right.
Yes.
Because he ran off a cliff. He ran off a cliff, and he said he couldn't do that right because he was trying to kill himself. He said he couldn't do that right. And that's when he said, you know what? God needs me here. Amen. And he changed his whole life, man.
And he changed a lot of young people's lives.
He did. And this dude he's just unbelievable. And I respect him. And I wish he can go all the way, man. I swear I do. I wish he can go all the way. And it's going to be tough. And his son is unbelievable. Travis Hunter's unbelievable. I mean, hey, I'm a Dion fan, but Saturday, we want you, UK. That's who we want, baby. And
hey, man.
Ty. You know how much I feel about Ty. I love Ty to death. You know I do. But I hope him and Jalen get to play against each other. And then after the game, they take their picture and they hug. And me and you can just talk mouth for the whole day.
I do. Hey, I do too. Hey, and before I know you're getting ready to go, but listen, one more congratulations on Jalen getting his degree. How important was that to you?
It was big because he graduated from Lehigh architecture. He got 3.56. I mean, he's like I told him, you winning.
Yes,
you winning. You winning this race, man. You got a degree from one of the best universities in the whole country.
Hey, hold on. I gotta cut you off before you leave. Let me tell you what Bird did, and I'm not surprised about your son. We took a math class, advanced math class together. We both got a C. I was happy. Bird got mad because he got a C, changed his major to math. so hey, it doesn't fall far from the tree.
I mean, he works hard, but the one that's really smart is Jeremiah. That boy is he's stupid smart because he don't have to study. When he hears it, it just stays. This dude is unbelievable, man, how smart he is. But Jalen, he just made us proud, man. And no matter what happens,
he made the whole city proud.
Yeah, it just
that's what this is all about too.
Yeah.
It's just, guys, I wanted all you guys on is because people need to see what these kids are doing that done come right out of here, out of Lexington, and they are the examples. And y'all have the blueprint for these up and coming kids that are coming up now.
I mean, we just got to keep working hard, man. And the thing is, having fathers in their life, people don't understand how big that is. And, we got 3-4 great men on here that's really into their kids. And that's, a woman can nurture them, like I always tell my wife, but we make them men.
Facts.
And they the ones that they have to go out there and be a man, and we the only ones that can teach them to be a man. So I respect all of y'all. I love y'all. B know how I love him and how much I love Ty. He knows that I ain't spent time with Caden. I didn't get to spend time with Deshaun. That's his name, right? Deshaun. And I ain't spent time with Blake. I haven't spent time with them, but I spent time with Ty. And I know how special he is to me. Him and Dane, that mean the world to me. I'm like, when I was at Bryan Station, they was little kids and they was in my drills. And I mean, B used to say, man, the time's in the way, just move my way. I said, no, man, I want them over here with me. I mean, so they mean a lot to me, man. And, you know, seeing that picture that you actually posted, that means a lot. And it should mean a lot to these little kids running around here, because now they see people that they can be like.
Yes.
They can be like these kids because they doing positive things. And
absolutely,
you know, it's just great, you know. And finally Lexington is getting noticed. They're getting noticed for football. Yes, Douglas has been dominating the last several years, but people got to realize my son could have left and went to Douglas. He could have left and went to Douglas, but guess what he did? He stuck it out. It showed what type of character he had. It showed what type of man he is. He stuck it out and played with a JV team, basically. And he's still reaching his daggone dreams.
Absolutely.
You know? So, you know, I'm proud of him. I'm proud of all these kids. And, you know, I just love to see them I want to see these kids be successful. And that's my main thing. Well, I gotta go get this plane.
Hey, Bird, before you leave real quick.
Bird,
before you leave real quick. His senior year, we could not blitz. Douglas could not blitz, because if we blitz, we knew Bird was gonna get loose on us.
That's what McPeak said. That's what McPeak said. He said the same thing. And you know, it was what I respect him. He stayed with his team. And he didn't leave. And he could have left, but he stayed there. He toughed it out. And now he's finally with a team that can really win. Mm-hmm. You know, Eastern, we probably won't win Saturday. But after that, we're gonna start winning some daggone games. Yeah. Because Eastern got some players, man. They really got some players. But
the quarterback is nice.
He's real good. He saying you B, this guy can throw the ball, man. And he has touch. He's real good. So
that's all I've heard. I've heard that prior to Kentucky playing him, that he was nice.
No, he's good. He really is. So good luck Saturday. I'm gonna see y'all there.
Yes.
And
can't wait.
Hey, Bird. Bird. Go Cats.
You know I'm Big Blue all day, every day, but not Saturday. Colonel's all the way, baby. Number 11. Jalen Burbridge, number 11. I see y'all.
Oh, we'll be clapping for him. Hey, we love you. Thank you, baby, for being on.
Love y'all too. All right.
Thank you, Bird.
All right, bye.
So let's go with y'all's comments on Deion and his situation up in Colorado, which is great.
Yeah, before we do that, I like something what Burbridge said. He mentioned Douglas and what they had done, but something not to negate is, you know, last year Bryan Station had a big bad team up in Louisville.
Yes.
Right? And they were able to do that. They were one step away. Okay. And so we witnessed that. And then just last week, Coach B, you might not like this, but they traveled over to LCA. Hold on. You gotta hear it. They traveled to LCA, beat the Purple. I mean, hey, it happened, right? So I like to give Station their props and their pub, and that's really good for Lexington.
Okay, let me say this.
And one more thing, and I love what's going on in Sayre.
Thank you.
Yes.
Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah.
Penn is doing a great job. Coach Penn.
Coach Penn's our boy, Chad.
He's our dude.
Okay, let me say this about Bowling Green. Okay, somebody asked me, which said to me, I hear you always say once a purple, always a purple. I said, yes, and that's my son's playing against them. And I'm purple, and you know that, Johnson, because we hung out. I'm purple through and through. Yes, I'm at the game, and I am like, and one of the kids was standing beside me. He said, "Who are you for?" Because I was clapping. Bryan Station scored, get 10 yards. I'm like, yeah. Bowling Green gets 10 yards. I'm going, yeah. And at the end, when they didn't get the first down, the first thing popped in my head, oh, man, we could have kicked the field goal. And then the kids go, I thought this was for Bowling Green. So, it's when you know the babies and you're from the school, you go back and forth. So,
yeah.
And Bryan Station did a great win. I thought Cuddy, the quarterback for Bryan Station, I thought he was MVP. If you went to the game, he made plays when they needed it, not the glamour plays. It's 3rd and 7, he would run for a first down. It's 3rd and 9, he would throw for a first down. He kept drives going, and that's why I thought he was MVP. So
good, gotcha.
So anything, so I need to still know y'all's opinion on prime time.
Go ahead, Steve.
Man, I love what Prime is doing. I was following them down Jackson, and so I've been along all the way. I watch Well Off Media maybe like 2 times a week. I'm a junkie for it. I'll be watching it in the store. Man, and I just love what he's doing, man. He's just proving the media wrong. But one thing I do love, man, is that he brought on Kent State's head coach for his OC. And that man stepped down. Actually, he stepped up, but he really stepped down from a head coach to go be an OC at the college level. And if they can pull 9 wins, that man's going to get 1 or 2 jobs. He's going to get a job as a head coaching job at Power 5, or he's going to get a quarterback coaching job or OC job in the pros.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I love what Prime is doing, and then I love the fact that he brought his homeboy with him. That's been coaching with him since high school. I think it's like one of his good friends. He coaches the linebackers. So he's going to end up getting a good job somewhere too. So I really love what Prime is doing for everybody, man. I love what he's doing for his own son, Deion Sanders Jr. Like that man, his media company is blowing up. So many people send that man free gifts. I love what Prime is doing, how he brings the pros back to the program, man. And I heard this, I don't know if it's true, that Warren Sapp was supposed to be getting
Yes, he's there now.
He's there now.
And so it's official. So he already got his degree, so he's on staff. Which is
I thought they said he had pulled him on staff. He was on staff.
He's on staff. He
was finishing his degree. So that's amazing, man. And just what he's doing and the spotlight that he's bringing to college football. And he's gonna make it hard for these other coaches once he proves that he's a winner on the Power 5. Because the kids they still probably a little shaky about it, but he's going. I can see him getting to the big dance in a couple more years. But I say 8-4 this year. Gotcha. And win his bowl game. And win the bowl game. Somebody couldn't do it at Jackson. He couldn't win the bowl game at Jackson. So 8-4, he's gonna win this bowl game this year.
Gotcha.
I think the one thing that stands out with him, not just the win, he did a press conference a couple of days. It might have been last week when they talked about him graduating or something dealing with Florida State, and he was like, "No, I graduated from an HBCU."
Yeah,
and I thought that was very profound. That he still was helping to promote the whole HBCU collective, and not that he just walked away from it, but that he was still helping to promote that. And I think that was really profound for me when he was like, "No, I got my degree from an HBCU."
Yeah,
and corrected her on that. That was my thing with him. But I love the fact that they won. Oh my God, I was ecstatic and definitely was oh my God, overjoyed that he was able to get that win. And I'm like you, I hope he gets at least 8 wins this year.
Yeah.
So RJ, before you go real quick, Coach,
what
heard this today? Colin Cowherd said that the TCU and Colorado game was the 6th most watched game in college football history.
Period.
Wow.
Okay, but let's make it crystal clear that it wasn't because TCU was playing.
Well, we know that. We know why. We know why. Listen, we was watching the game in the store. Then me and my son went to get some food at Moe's, and we was listening to it live on the cell phone. So we
Oh
know,
yeah.
we know
Oh
it's
yeah.
the
Oh,
prime
yeah.
effect.
Oh, it's definitely there, and I love it. I ain't even gonna lie, I love it.
So, Coach Johnson, what your comments, please?
Hey, well, first and foremost, we were in the stands. I can't watch the games. I'm watching my baby out there and the team this past Saturday, but we had it on the cell phone listening. So, anywho, I love everything that Dion is standing for. I love the prime time effect. I love what he's doing, the notoriety he's brought to college sports. And more specifically, I think the best part that, folks might not give him credit for, and he don't care if they do or not, right? He's going to get his theme music regardless. But what I really, really admire about Primetime is that his love for Christ, and he'll sit and praise him on the dime. No matter the audience, no matter who he's with, everything he's doing, he can relate it all the way back to Christ. And I love that. And he's instilling those same principles in his players. And you can see that it seeps through. But more importantly, what Dion is doing on this Power 5 level is he's doing it his way. He's being his authentic self. We've been knowing Primetime for a very, very long time. One of my favorite players growing up. He's the only one I know that could live on an island like he did and literally shut down that half of the field. That's the Dion effect. And what he's doing now, getting these kids into his program, talking to them about being fathers, being men, being head of household, all while playing the game of football, and in some essence, introducing kids to Christ. Amazing. Amazing. Top down.
Amazing.
So I love it. I love it.
As you were talking, I wasn't ignoring you. I was actually hearing everything you say, and I looked up Colorado's schedule. And again, refresh my memory. What did you say they were going to go?
8-4.
8-4. What was yours, Johnson?
They're going to be bowl eligible for sure. I didn't have an exact number. I said 7. I told myself 7 a long time ago. But Coach B, all he's got to do is win 2 games. He's already surpassed the win total from last
Almost
year.
definitely.
But that's not Dion. That's not
Dion.
He'll be bowl eligible. I thought at least 7 games the first year. I wouldn't be surprised if he won 9.
Well, I'm sitting there looking at their schedule, and the best thing I can say, it's a real schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it really is. After that 45-42 win over TCU, then they play Nebraska. My goal is to make sure they come back and just beat Nebraska, to leave no doubt, because you're going to have a lot of haters, and that weekend was a fluke. And so that's my thing for Dion, is to come back, and I look, they play Oregon, who's ranked 13th, September 3rd. Then they play USC, who's ranked 6th. I look down there, they play Stanford, who always plays well all the time. They got UCLA, they got Oregon State. I'm just saying they got Utah at the end of the season. I skipped a few games, but with that said, is I'm wishing him well, and I hope he turns out well. But I'm gonna change this from college to high school, if that's okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the big game this weekend will be Frederick Douglass and Taste Creek. Coach over at Taste Creek, he's got them 3-0, and they're riding high, and then Frederick Douglass is 1-1 at a bye week this past week. So switching up just a little bit, keeping the flavor of football going. So what is y'all's feeling on Taste Creek and the Frederick Douglass? Because, they like up there with the Bowling Green Purples. And I'm sorry, and Ohio State. Is that all right? Right? D.
My Buckeyes, baby. Buckeyes. All right. So since you threw that out there, I take it that's my opportunity. First and foremost, Coach Hawks, that's my guy. I love what he's doing over there, as they like to call it, Center Parkway. He's got a great staff. They're doing great things in that community. He have a lot of those players actually doing a lot of volunteer hours, so I like what he's doing. Now, in terms of the football game itself, it'll be a running clock probably about halftime. It's okay though. That's You talking Joes
No,
and Joes.
I'm not laughing that it's going to be a running clock. It was like that came from nowhere, Coach.
Coach, it's
Based
okay.
on-
I'm just now he's
Kaufman.
preparing his
Am
team.
I
Don't
right?
get me wrong. Listen, Hawk
Coach
is
Kaufman.
preparing his team.
Am I right? Did that not come from nowhere?
It did come from nowhere. I like how he did that, though.
Listen. Coach Hawks is he's preparing his boys to win, and I understand that, and I know that they're gonna come out and compete. I just know what Douglas has, and I know what those Broncos, and I only see what I know. I see them working every day. I know they're sweating. I see the young guys. Did you know that freshman game they had? A lot of the varsity guys were there, the family rooting them on. That JV game they just had this past Monday. I couldn't believe it. Like they're all excited. They're excited to see the younger guys win. They're just as excited about them as they are about Friday. So I know the work that Coach McPeak and his coaches are doing and putting in. I can only speak on what I know. Right. Douglas is hungry. They coming off a bye week. They're tired of hitting each other. I know Terrion is tired of guarding Talbert and his speedy self to where he's ready to just come up and hit somebody in the mouth. And so they get to go against opposite color jerseys. And honestly, it'll be a running clock probably by halftime. Those guys are just hungry. They haven't played and they're ready to play.
So, Kaufman?
Let me say this. Shout out to my nephew, Omar Black over there coaching the receivers.
Right. And let me say this.
He coached with us.
Yeah.
Coach stole him from me.
Yes.
At Crawford. You know,
he
he
was
came
with
back.
Us at Crawford.
He graduated.
Yeah.
He was on my staff. And the next
Good job, Hawks. Good job.
Hawks stole him.
He stole him.
Yeah.
Good job, Hawks. Good job.
Yeah.
So go ahead, please.
Yeah, and then we got my nephew. His father's in here, Devin Jackson. My nephew Mason Jackson over at tight end. So then I got a couple guys at the mall that plays on the squad. So I'm a Bronco. Even though I'm a Spartan on Fridays. Hey man, that orange over there, man, Winchester Road, man. Hey, and everybody was hating too when they went up to Ohio.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Oh, the
answer for that.
People couldn't wait.
I'm gonna say this to let you finish up on your statement, okay?
Okay.
This is what people gotta understand. Last year at Crawford Middle School, we scrimmaged Leestown. And Leestown had all their horses. And I told them, I said, we'll see y'all in the playoffs. We'll see y'all in the championship game.
Mm-hmm.
And they looked at me and I said, we're not going to play anybody like you. Freddie Douglas is not going to play anyone like that team from Ohio. Yeah. That's what people got to understand. When you got 7 kids, 4 of them going off to Ohio State.
Right.
2 going to Michigan.
Yeah.
I mean, and one's going to Penn State.
Oh.
So you can't, nobody in Lexington is going to have that.
Yeah.
All facts.
I don't know if it's going to be a running clock at halftime, but shout out to my guys over at Big Things Kentucky. It will be RC Cola. The RC Cola will be out.
People still drink RC Cola.
No, run the clock.
Run a clock. The running clock will be.
But you ain't said when. It's gonna be a run.
It's Douglas, third quarter. Come on, I mean that's just history. Third quarter.
Yeah. So that's exciting.
Yeah, best of luck to them. I just don't feel like they're big enough. Like even though they got the weight in the new school and everything, they still and Hawk got a great thing going on over there. I like how he gets the boys up and get them up early in the morning to practice, and if they late, they don't get the dress. Like he set the standard over there, and I love what he's doing for the young men, especially the young black men over in the Taste Creek community. So I love what he's doing, and kudos to him and much success. But it won't be this year.
Yeah, but you know what? It's fair to say he's taking those necessary steps in building that program, and he's doing it the right way. So I definitely tip my hat to Coach Hawks He's building brick by brick, and you're starting to see that as they transcend throughout the year. They're getting better. They're winning. They're looking at district championships with hopes of hitting regional championships. So kudos to Coach Hawk and nothing but success, Coach.
Absolutely. I love it. Right. And so I don't know. I just think it's going to be a running clock at halftime. Are we going to the game, Coach Bryant?
What?
Oh, we going.
See, Miss T, look at this. I'm in a dilemma myself. So while you over there joking
Are
with
we
your
going?
husband, listen, I'm in a dilemma too. My wife is telling me we're supposed to either fly out because Ball State be
to
in
Georgia.
We're either going to fly out, but I think we're going to drive. We're going to drive.
Okay.
I want to try to stop and see some friends in Atlanta. But
Okay.
I told my wife, I said, babe, we can go to the game. It start at 6:30, 7:30, 8 o'clock.
It'll be over with.
We get on the road. So, lucky for me, she obliged. She said, babe, you want to go to the game and see your Broncos? Let's go. And then we're on the road. So
what a good wife.
Well, if it's based on, Coach, what you just said, you'll be.
I got my permission
at
slip
7:30.
signed. Yes.
Right.
No, what I'm saying, Coach, is I was able to get my permission slip signed to attend the
There
game.
you go.
Hey,
And I got an early release pass.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I tell people all the time, there's nothing wrong with getting that permission
I'm telling you,
slip.
we going to the game.
Yeah, I'll see you there. I'll see you there.
He's the one that's always fighting me. Be like, babe, I don't want to watch this game. I'm like, babe, we watching the game. He was mad. We was watching the LSU Florida State game the other day.
Woo, Florida State. Woo.
Man, wasn't that an upset?
it was good the first half.
It was good the first half.
Yeah. They just pulled away. I guess weight room starts showing. I don't know.
Hey, that's the best wording. The way you start showing it. So,
Yeah. But Miss T, you mentioned something about Layshaw, correct? And I didn't get a chance to chime in. If that's all right, I just want to pause.
Oh, yes, because I definitely wanted to plug in the fact that because last year was our first gala, and your son was one of the recipients of our first scholarships that we gave, because Layshaw gives out scholarships to athletes. And so, yes, please. First of all, I want to know how was your experience at the gala? Because I definitely want to promote that. It's actually coming up in 2 weeks, and I want to promote that. So can you go ahead and tell us what you were going to say, but also give us what your experience was at last year's gala for us?
Sure. Yeah, my experience with the gala, it was nothing short of phenomenal. To see that many folks. I'm not from Lexington. I did not grow up in Lexington, but I love the history of Lexington. So I get around old folks that grew up here. I'm always listening and sponging as much information as I can. But just to see royalty, Black royalty at its best, was amazing. My wife and I will be honest with you, we were blown away. Yes, there's some things that they have ironed out that's going to improve and have things going smoothly, more timely. And I trust that the folks involved with that, Brother Bobby and everyone, would do just that. But it was a remarkable, amazing experience. I went over, had my tux. My wife had her best dress on, and we came to represent our son. But the love that we received from that committee, the love that we received when we were walking up on that stage and coming back, there were folks that I didn't even know how significant they were in terms of sports in Lexington. And so, just to learn that was pretty neat. The scholarship committee, they didn't have to do what they did. Something I learned by talking with Brother Bobby was they put that out, and it's crazy how many folks weren't applying. Here you have
even this year.
You have people willing to give away free money. All you have to do is apply. And so I'm old school. Yes, my son earned a presidential scholarship to go to Ball State. That's the academic piece. Yes, he did have the athletic piece that was fully funded and guaranteed. But guess what? We want to put some money in our pocket. And in doing so, you apply for everything. He applied.
Yes.
And I talked to Sister Green, Angie Green, and she was saying, you know what? Unfortunately, we only had so many to apply. And based on that, the committee was tasked with, do we take the funds and go back and say, you know what, we're waiting for more people. Let's try to get more. And then Brother Bobby said, no, we're not going to do that. These three folks, they met the deadline. You know, they checked every box. And that fund amount, they divvied it up between three people. Mate, that's a blessing. So my son now, you know, yes, they get money for, you know, being a student athlete and all of that. But that chunk of change that they gave him, that allowed him to, and of course, we worked through that from younger age all the way up until him graduating. But he's learned to manage those funds. I noticed that he doesn't like spending his own money, and unfortunately, he called Coach B. He calls Mama, and Mama gives in. Where Daddy gonna say no, Daddy's gonna say no. But Layshaw, my family's forever appreciative. I mentioned Brother Bobby. You guys reach out to me. I'm willing to help. I'll do whatever. I'll be a spokesperson. Whatever you need me to do, just let me know. And so that call, I'm sure, will be coming. With that going on this year, my wife and I were traveling, can't attend. But I'm excited to hear what's to come about of year number 2. I think the recipients for this year is remarkable. And you're right. I talked to Brother Bobby. They couldn't get everybody in year 1. There's people in year 2 that probably should have been in year 1. Yes. In year 1, but you can't. There's so many to choose from. So to be honored by people in the community for your accolades is truly amazing. So I applaud everyone. But as far as Layshaw, thank you. We're forever indebted. It's fantastic.
Love it.
Yeah. So, Kaufman, did you get a chance to go to the gala last year?
No, but I was a sponsor.
Oh my goodness! Thank you for being a sponsor to Layshaw.
I didn't get my free shirt.
I appreciate that. I mean, that's the biggest thing. I know you're trying to sneak a free shirt in there, baby. I know.
I didn't either, Coach. Don't worry about it. But I do support.
It's just like black folks always got to want something for free.
Hey, Steve.
Yo,
I support. I believe in what he's doing. I believe in that message. Yes, sir. I love it, man. I love it.
But so did you sponsor? Thank you. Let me say that first and foremost, all kidding aside. So are you looking to go this year, or are you going to be out of town?
Well, I don't know if I'm going to be out of town.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
That's all good. It's all good. I don't even know when the date. I'm looking it up to see the
it's on the 23rd.
Yeah, we're going to I got to take Brock to a visit. So we got invited to a game. So I think we're going to be in Miami, Ohio that weekend.
Okay.
Good school.
Yeah.
But that's good stuff right there. That's good stuff. So,
I don't, to be honest, I'm kind of like all of us on here. I don't do, when August hits, all the way up until Super Bowl.
Babies.
Because babies, then pros, I don't
That's
move.
right.
Like my wife knows not to ask me to go anywhere.
Ooh.
I'm locked in.
Sunday, it is on lockdown up in here.
Yeah. Now Saturdays is too.
On me.
Saturdays is locked down
he's
too,
cutting the grass and doing all types of stuff. I ain't doing that. I'm watching the games all day.
Saturdays on lockdown
and
too.
Saturdays too. Yeah. Saturdays is on lockdown.
I'm cutting the grass.
Same way too. If it's not Kentucky, he's not watching nobody else. I'm watching everybody.
No, that's not true. I watch good games. I watch good games. Certain teams I enjoy watching. You know, and I'm gonna throw this plug out. This is a fact. It's like Ohio State. I became more aware of Ohio State because of Eric Hagan, one of my best friends. He's from Lima, Ohio. He's the head baseball coach at Bryan Station High School, and I'm one of his assistants. And I mean, number one, can I throw this comment to Johnson? He can't answer it for real.
What?
Hey man, if y'all not going to use Marvin Jr., send him to Kentucky if y'all want to just target him 4 times. Golly, I just want to throw that out there.
Coach, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about it. Our problem is quarterback. We're trying to figure out if this guy is really ready for these keys to this Ferrari.
Oh, but I'm going back to that. Calvin, Marvin Harris Jr. is over there. Set, height.
He needs the ball.
I can do that.
He's going to get the ball. He's going to get the ball.
If he doesn't, I hope he transfers to Kentucky.
Man, he's in the league after this year. What are you talking about?
He's going to lead.
That's right. He'll be top
I can
5
hope.
easily.
I mean, put him with our receivers at Kentucky, and
he's
comes.
going to lead.
I already know
He's in the
that.
league, Coach.
Yeah, he's going to
Well,
lead.
if they don't throw in the ball, you might just go ahead and quit now and go.
Yeah, you never know. But
four targets.
we'll use them. Yeah, it's the first game of the year. I'm sure that,
Now, what is the
OC
other
and
receiver's
everybody's
name
getting
that's
it
real
together.
good? What's the
I'm
other
sure they're
receiver?
getting it together.
What's the other receiver's name is real good?
What's his name? There's a couple of them. Shoot. Give me a minute. I'll get it to you. Give me a second. It'll come to me.
Ohio State.
I know it's hard watching winners Saturday and Sundays. I get it.
I'm just saying. I watch all SEC.
But see, Miss T, here's the deal. You guys gonna be on the road just as much as Steven and myself.
Yeah, we are because
you won't be watching a whole lot. You'll be watching.
No, we won't be watching a whole lot. No, because in 2 weeks we'll be in Nashville and Vandy, and then I think we're back, and then we'll be going to Georgia in a couple of weeks too. We'll be following up with y'all. We'll be going to Georgia. We got to go to Starkville. Oh, we got to go to Mississippi State, and we got to go to South Carolina this year.
Yeah.
All I know is it's good times, and Cobb, you can relate. It's good times. It's good times. It's different restaurants. It's mingling, and you're enjoying your babies as they play out there and do their thing. And I see the time is getting us, but I want to go back to your original statements on your child. If you can take a moment and just let us know, if you will, how proud you are of your baby.
Oh man, I'm super proud of my guy. I mean, it's been a bumpy road, man. But for his first game as a freshman, when he came out and started against Navy and had 8 tackles as a freshman, I mean, for my son to let's back up. For my son to graduate high school when I didn't graduate high school, for my son to be a senior in college, and I just went through a semester of college, is super proud of my guy, man. And May he's gonna graduate, and we'll see what opportunity presents itself on the field. I tell him every day, just keep working. Despite everything, you just got there. They don't know who you are. So just work through the adversity. And, I'm super proud of him. Kweli put the pads down this year, but his personality is so great. And, it kind of hurt me because I'm like, man, what are you going to do at your time? He's like, I'm going to work. And I'm like, dude, but once again, another child of mine that graduated high school. Shout out to Mr. Johnson and the Carter G. Woodson staff.
Let's go.
Shout out to the
shout out Carter G.
Thank you. But just super proud of him, man. He's a junior this year in college, and I think he ended last year like a 2.8 in college. You know what I'm saying? So that's a blessing. And man, it just super proud of those dudes. I don't got to brag on Brock and Braylon. You know what I'm saying?
It's not a brag. I have to cut that off. It's not a brag.
Okay.
I mean, it's last week. We're not really going this week. It was hot. That's a fact. And everything you're saying is a fact.
Thank you.
I mean, and that's why I threw that question out here at the end, and then Johnson will follow up behind you. So I had to cut you off. It's not a brag. It's a fact.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, just to jump in, Steve, one of my fondest memories of Jay Sean in high school was getting that sack, and he patted that kid on top of his head like, "Good boy, good boy." I'll never forget, man. I'll never forget that. I was just still to this day I can see that happening. Your son was a beast, man. I enjoy watching him play. I enjoy watching Kweli play. I enjoy seeing Kweli in the hallways and just growing into the young man that he is. As a parent, in terms of my own son, I would just say that, God is amazing. We were very blessed to have him in programs like the BMW program, participate in things like the YMCA, and we just kept him active. We volunteered early on, elementary school, middle school, and then high school, and that's really what counts. It's having that support system behind you when you can't be there, other people filling in the gaps. So we're very fortunate. I wish we had programs like BMW when I was growing up. Could have saved a lot of kids' lives that I know. Some are still here, some in jail, others are passed away. But very pleased, very blessed, very humbled. Um, it feels good seeing your seed live out their dreams. And he's doing
That's
just
it
that.
right there.
He's doing just that. I remember, just to make it brief, because I know we're running low, when Kanan was younger, maybe middle school. This kid, I think younger than middle school, he was in elementary. We talked about dreams and doing dream boards, and he had wrote out, even had some drawings and illustration. And I'm happy to say, when he walked away, when he graduated and was heading to college, everything on his dream list he had checked off. And so we talk about making new goals and things of that nature. And he's done that. He told me today, he said that, or a couple of days ago, Dad, one of my goals to get 10 tackles this year. And I said, okay, you're freshman year, redshirt freshman, you're finally playing. So he said, Dad, I got 1 tackle on kickoff. I got 11 more games to go minimum, and all I need is 9 more tackles. So he's focused on those dreams and achieving, those many successes. And so we're just fortunate. We're blessed. God has been good, and we'll continue to sing his praises.
Okay, I got to throw this
I
real
love
quick.
it.
I know time is going. I need you to give me 30, 45 seconds or a minute on your older son, because you have 2 kids,
Yes.
not just Kaden.
Yes.
So what is he doing now?
Yeah, my oldest son, he graduated from UK, 3.5 years. Yes, sir. Brian Station pushed him beyond measure, challenged him. He took a bunch of AP classes. We went a different route with Caden with dual credit, because those were guaranteed credits. But RJ, right now, he is a news reporter at WYMT in Hazard, living out his dream. We see it. My wife and I were watching him on TV. I watch more mountain news than I do local news, and it's because my son. I know what's going on back in the mountains than I do in Lexington. So I tell Alicia, I
Right.
said, babe, we got to watch the local news sometimes too. But I'm really proud. He's home. I'm ready to go home just to sit and talk with him. He came home for a few days.
I
He's off
love
work.
it.
Yeah. And Coach, he doesn't call her, ask for money. He's got his own money. He got his own money. So it's just, I tell you, talk about blessed. The Lord has just blessed us immensely. This young man graduated debt free, doesn't owe a penny. Mama still got him on insurance. Mama still paying cell phone bills.
Hey,
but
That's
you know
and that's what we do.
let mamas be mamas,
And
baby.
that's what we do.
Well,
Oh, my goodness.
I had to say that because, again, we grew up with both of them. And we were just more with the youngest one because he was with sports with Ty. And my comment on Ty is the same thing. He's doing his thing. First semester was a 3.4 GPA. My stupid beanhead self says not a 4. And she looks at me and said, what? So I had to comment down, doing his thing at UK, back up. So my point of making that comment is especially like your older son who's not in the limelight. And I just wanted people to know what he's doing as well, because he's a blessing as well.
Absolutely.
And I just wanted to throw that out there. And thank you for that information on the oldest baby.
Coach, let me shout out Miss Lisa Brown. She was my next door neighbor. She used to be over the journalism department in UK, literally next door neighbor. She's a Delta. Lisa was a great influence on RJ. So when he was younger, he would talk with her. He shared a lot of writing pieces with her. And so she was very influential in him actually going into the field. And now that he's there, I've shared a few of his pieces with her, and she now follows him. So it's great. It all comes full circle. Each one teach one. We have. So naturally, we need to give back. And I see a lot of people pouring back into mines. And of course, I'm obligated to do the same, being an educator. But God is good, man. God is good.
All the time.
Well, I'll tell you what I normally do, guys. This is what I normally do. I usually walk away, and Terry finishes up with you guys. I want to say thank you for everything, and you're not done yet. But I usually walk away and let her finish her show at the end with her because this is her show and not mine. And thank you for allowing me to come on.
No, thank you for coming on again.
All right.
Hold on,
Much
Coach,
love
for
to you
lead.
both.
Hold on, Coach, for you lead. So I was just thinking about something. This is some real deep roots on here. So I think if I'm 100% sure, I think all of us were Shiloh Chiefs with the kids. RJ, okay? So we was Chiefs together with Coach
With
Marty
Parks.
Parks. Yep. So
Yeah.
shout out to Coach Marty Parks, and then and then RJ was Bulldogs with Jai Hilbert. So I just want to give a shout out to the youth football coaches too as well, man.
Now we always lost to you guys. Y'all were a year ahead of us with Marco and your son and Neil.
Well, I'm talking about two different teams because Jay Sean was on the Steelers. I'm talking about Quali, Ty, and Caden. I'm talking about those roots. So those roots run deep too. So I just want to.
I love it.
Why you gonna make me cry?
I love it. Oh my God!
Thank y'all. Yeah.
Well, again, I'm gonna walk away, and Terry will end up with you two and saying goodbyes and all that. I appreciate you. I thank my wife for allowing me to come on. Love you, and I'll see y'all very soon. All right, coaches.
All right, Coach. Be cool, man.
Thanks, babe. Listen, guys, I appreciate you being on. I started my podcast. It's almost a year. It's coming up on a year because, of course, I coach football as one of the only females in the state of Kentucky that's coaching football. My co-host, Danny Wright, was coaching at the time. She and I got connected. We were just talking football between two females, and we ended up birthing Hits and Heels because we know that there are a lot of other females that maybe are interested in the game like we are. Like, I love the game of football, even though I coached other sports. And then, of course, I got to give credit to my baby who got me actually coaching the game. And I'm actually having a ball with it. So just being able to chalk it up with you all today, it was a blessing. Thank you for blessing my podcast tonight. I appreciate you so much. Do y'all wives want to play football? Because y'all know I coach a women's team. Anyway, if y'all come across some females, grown women that want to play the game of football, tackle football, make sure y'all shoot them my way because my center is 51 years old.
Wow.
She's a beast.
Wow.
Like the average age of my team is maybe 35, maybe. My outside linebacker is 40 and my tight end is 45. Jeez, so they can get it in too. I should have let Cisco talk about them because he's really impressed with our what does Angie play? Angie plays middle linebacker. Ooh, she's a beast.
Wow.
She's a beast.
Sounds like we need to get to a game.
He plays Mike.
Absolutely.
Right. So I just wanted to plug in my women's team in case y'all got some women that want to play the game of ball. Y'all come across that. But listen, thank you. Congratulations to your sons. Can't wait to see Jay Sean this weekend. I hope that they get a chance to take a picture together, like like the Ball State guys did. I hope someone out. I don't know who did that one. That picture was absolutely phenomenal. I'm like you, RJ. I got to go find a frame for that one and figure out where to put that up there because that picture is classic. And I hope that we get one with the Douglas players that are at Eastern Kentucky University this weekend. So make sure, you'll be at the game, right? You're gonna be at work.
Yeah.
You're gonna be at the store.
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay. Well, we'll still chalk it up with you. I took a picture with Brock this past week. Did you see my picture with Brock?
Yes, I did. I reposted it. I reshared it. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I just appreciate y'all sons giving me just giving me love, because I'm auntie.
On here with you.
Huh?
Steve's gonna have a game on.
Get Fatima on the podcast with you.
I do need to have Fatima. Yeah, I probably will bring Fatima on the podcast.
She was a college baller. She played basketball.
Oh yeah, she told me that she was a baller. I said, so Brock couldn't help it. Yeah, so of course her mama was a baller. I'm definitely gonna bring. Plus, I like the charities thing that she's doing with the collective that she got at UK. So I'll definitely be bringing Fatima on. Because I want more. I appreciate y'all guys being on my podcast, but I really like the females on my podcast.
Yeah,
because it is called Hits and Heels. Because I'm still girly. So but I just want everybody to I just want to thank everybody. So one I'm gonna do one last plug and then we're gonna go. So everybody, if you I gotta find you. So if you go to soulroses.com. This is Mr. Stephen Kaufman's website. If you live in Lexington, Kentucky, he is at the mall. He does have a store in the mall. Where is it located in the mall?
Near Talbot's and Pat 5 entrance.
Okay. When you go through that door where Talbot's is, it's right there on the corner.
Yep, on the right-hand side.
On the right-hand side, on the corner. Okay. Now, Mr. RJ Johnson is with Carter G. Don't you guys got an event coming up at Carter G?
We do. We have our fall festival September 19th. That'll be 6 to 7:30, 8 o'clock. All are welcome. Of course, all that information going out to parents, but even if you were just interested in the program, wanted to come and see, September 19th from 6 to 8.
Okay, good stuff. Now, the last thing I want to do is I want to make, guys, in 2 weeks is the Lexington African American Sports Hall of Fame Gala. And I'm telling you right now, oh my God. I think Shelvin Mack is coming back. Again, we just had Cornell Burbridge on earlier. He's being inducted. We got all my girls are on there. I don't know if you guys remember Brianna Green that's with the Harlem Globetrotters. Leslie Nichols is being inducted. TWV, Tony Wilson is being inducted. A lot of TWA, Tony Wilson is being inducted, and so many other ones that are being inducted. And so that's how you guys can get your tickets to the gala. If you are a business owner and want to, I think you still have time to maybe get in the program and take out an ad or something and promote your business. Last year, it was absolutely phenomenal. You can also go to, here is, yes, please, the tickets. There's the tickets to that. Also on Layshoff. So RJ's son had got a scholarship last year from Layshoff. And if you go to layshoff.com and you want to help us to give other students scholarships in the future, you can go to layshoff.com and you can hit the donate button. You can get there. You can also get your tickets there and everything else from there. You can see Cisco and I are founders with Layshoff. And it is probably one of the biggest projects that I've been a part of. Also, of course, Hits and Heels. If you got any questions on the show, you can hit us at hello@hitsandheels.com. And then you can also subscribe to our channel at hitsandheels.com. And with that being said, I'm going to log off. You guys don't log off right off the way, but I am going to end the stream. But peace and hair grease. I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming on. And we'll see everybody next Wednesday night at our next broadcast. Y'all have a good one. Bye.